Okay. Hey guys. All right, let me just pull up the I'm just gonna chat for a little bit first while we start, and then we'll bring up the anonymous confessions forms. Some of y'all are freaky AF, okay? I don't know if I was allowed to read these ahead of time, but I did. And some of y'all are weird. Some of y'all are freaky. And some of you are just really fun. But okay. Ah, sucker. That's what you get, David. You should have rolled them. Should have rolled them. I don't lose around here. I keep taking Mango's point, so I don't lose, by the way. Okay? I can't even duel you back. I can't, it's literally 50. I have it set up to be 50-50. I set it up to 50-50. You can roll it, Blicky, or you can duel it. All right? I promise you it's 50-50. Okay. So how do I... Okay, hold on 1 second. I've got the form here. Okay, hold on. Hi, Kev. All right, we got some freaky. It's not fair you read them ahead of time. You don't get to see the raw reaction. Okay, I didn't like read. So you know what? I was saying that to somebody the other night too. I didn't like read them. I glanced at them, but I didn't, how do I say this? I didn't read all of them, but I glanced at them just to see what I was like getting myself into, but it's okay. I haven't like actually read a lot of them, so there will still kind of be raw reactions. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to read them, okay? I've never done this before, so it's also the first time we're doing this, so I was never told that we weren't allowed to, I wasn't told that we weren't allowed to look at them first, so maybe we did, okay? I've never done this before, that's what she said. Oh, wait, who wanted to duel me? Okay, wait, Blicky, duel me again. Blicky, you can duel me again. I didn't see it. Okay. Having someone... Hi, Paizo. I think it's okay, but having someone else check them would have been more fun. Okay, how about this? Next time, if there's ever going to be a next time, I will make sure we get someone else to check them first, okay? But... what is that? Yo, Tim Hortons, what's up? I've got some Indonesian food here tonight. So, this is dinner. I have got a couple of... I might have over-ordered, okay? So, I have a couple of, like, tofu skewers, okay? I have a tofu skewer, nom 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 nom. Okay, we have a couple of those. And then underneath it, there's a little bit of beef rendang. So it's just like beef in a curry sauce. I don't really know what rendang is specifically. It's an appetizer. No, oh my God, this is actually so hefty right now. Okay, I would love to be able to bring the camera closer to me so that you can see the food. But the problem is if I bring the camera closer to me, I think that you're not going to be able to see my face anymore. So you guys have to, you can't. I don't know how to, like, I really don't think I can. Nope, I can't do that. I'd have to do this, right? Like, look. There. So this is how you could see the food. But at this point, you're not able to see my face, right? So you're not able to see my face. I think if I were to like sit on the floor, no, so you still can't do that. Murder Bird! Hey, Silverstar! Okay, let me duel you back first. Nom noms indeed. See, but the thing is that, all right, David, you ready? Oh my gosh, I don't lose! I don't lose, guys. I'm sorry. It's actually, I promise you, it's 50-50, but I don't lose. Okay. We got your smile. Does that count? I mean, is that good enough? You guys get my smile. Is that good enough? Okay. We can get really, really close. As long as we don't chew with our mouth open. I might chew with my mouth open a little bit. Okay. Samurai, how's it going? But yes, we have some Indonesian food here tonight. And as usual, we have our Coke Zero. I mean, the carbonation definitely helps, but I'm a pretty burpy person to begin with. So we're gonna open up the Coke. I also have like a dessert beverage in the fridge, so I'm waiting for the dessert beverage after. But let's start with a couple of sips of Coke first. And then I'm gonna start eating first. And then what we'll do after is we will come back to the anonymous confessions after. I just want to get a couple of bites in first. Oh, and then I got some shrimp chips. So I got some shrimp chips. I got a little bit of peanut sauce. I'm not really sure what my peanut sauce is for, to be honest. I think the peanut sauce might be for me to put a little bit of extra sauce on the meat if I want, or onto the chips. And then I just have some regular white rice. Bone apple teeth. Some non-anonymous confession? Okay, David, do you have a non-anonymous confession for me? You want to build up to something non-anonymous? If it ain't white, it ain't right. The rice? Oh, okay. So here's the thing: is I'm trying to. Your girl is still trying to lose a little bit of weight, if you will. She had the option of going for white steamed rice or coconut rice, and I really wanted to go for the coconut rice. But I make coconut rice at home. I make coconut rice at home, or my dad used to, anyways. So I know how much fat is in coconut milk, and I just can't justify it. How about that? I was like, A, I'm cheap. Yeah, I was like, A, I'm cheap. I don't want to pay for it. Okay. And then B, I was like, there was so much fat in it that we're just not going to do it. Okay. Oh, but if I get so close, you guys are going to see me go like that. Okay, here. Chat can have first bite. Nom, 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 nom. Mmm. Ooh, okay, good. Mm-hmm. 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 Honestly, not bad. Oh my gosh, David, what are you gonna say? David, I'll confess something to you afterwards, okay? I drink Pepsi Zero. Hey, you know what? I feel like Pepsi Zero isn't even that bad. Mmm. Wait, that beef is actually pretty good. I was reading some reviews online, and people were talking about how, hi, fish. People were talking about how about how the beef was a little bit dry, but the first bite that I had was actually pretty good. Okay. Pepsi in general isn't that bad. No, I no, you know what? Honestly, Blicky, this might be a hot take, but I find that Pepsi is sweeter tasting than Coke. Okay. I also have a container. I actually have a container of hot sauce here. I think it's more of like a chili hot sauce. I think it looks kind of sus. I think it is a little bit more of like a chili hot sauce as opposed to a hot sauce. Oh, it does smell kind of spicy. Mmm. It does smell, it looks very sweet, but it does smell kind of spicy. Kebabs? No, fish, we're not having kebabs. We're having, these are tofu skewers. We're having Indonesian food tonight. So this is, let's take a bite of our tofu skewer. David, you're gonna make me blush. And then we have a little bit of extra, what do you call it? Peanut sauce here. Okay. David, can I confess something to you? It's not that bad, okay? Can I confess something to you? It's just me being really creepy, as usual. For anybody in here who doesn't already know, I am a little bit of a creep, okay? I'm a little bit creepy. I kind of just like pay attention to things. All right? So, and hi, Laser. And before she says the worst thing ever, it's not even gonna be that bad, okay? So, you guys already know how I talk a lot about my boy Double Lift, okay? And so, hey, Coro. And so, I was just watching Double Lift stream one day, and lo and behold, look who I see chatting in his chat. Yeah, that's all. That was all. I was like, hey, that name looks really familiar. So for some, I don't know if you've called me out for it before though, because I know there are a few people who have called me out before on it. We're like, ugh, Double Lift, ugh, he's washed, ugh, this and that. And oh my gosh, Laser, by the way, I have some Indonesian food here. I don't know if you've ever had like what the Indo situation is like out in Van City, but this is honestly not that bad. Not bad. At least you hasn't caught me yet. Guys, I do be watching, okay? We do be watching. Look, they're so good. What did I say, if you remember? You were talking about... Oh, this was maybe 3 days ago. I forget what you were talking about. I think we were talking about champs. I think you guys were talking about champions or something. How hard, though? You watching us like Santa Claus? I am, Koro. I am. I'm here to watch if you guys have been naughty or nice. Oh, it could have been. It actually could have been. But I'm always both? Is it better to be naughty or nice, Blicky? I want him to go my build. Wait, David, what's your build? I don't think I saw that part though. So they were nice enough to also give us a little bit of salad. So there are some greens. We are going to have some greens with our meal tonight. See, the problem with these kinds of situations is that I feel like I usually never end up finishing my food because all I do is chat and I don't actually eat. So I'm still hungry by the time we get to the end. But I suppose that's okay. We're here to just chat and hang out and go through some confessions, right? Okay. You know how to perform self-CPR just in case? Wait. Hi, Patty. CPR for what? In case I choke? They're not kebabs. Why does everybody think they're kebabs? It's just skewers. I feel like if because of the sticks, I know, but I got like some skewers, some tofu skewers. So I think that if I were to start choking, if I was going to start choking, I think what I would do is throw myself into the wall. I think I would like run backwards into the wall and hope that the impact of the wall, like bend myself backwards over a chair. Oh, sorry. No, but no, because you know what? No, because you know, in like an actual Heimlich maneuver, what you're supposed to do first is you have to like do the back pounds first before you like try to choke them out. You know what I mean? But you're supposed to like, I don't want to say back. You're supposed to like tap them on the back first in a real Heimlich before you go and try to like get the food out from underneath in the diaphragm. No? Did you say throw your sticks? No, I didn't say anything about throwing sticks. No foreplay. Okay, you gotta like push it with the edge of your chair. I mean, I've never had to think about doing CPR on myself, fortunately, or like the Heimlich. But if I have to do the Heimlich, you guys will see me, who knows, you might see me die on stream. If that's the case. Because if I got nobody to give me CPR, what am I supposed to do? Perhaps I could call 911 and 911 will just hear me choking, but I guess that's the other thing. But let's hope it doesn't come to that, okay? That's why we're going to talk about it now. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Is not a banana, though, or a squash. It will not. We're not coming to that. So, the tofu skewers. The tofu skewers are pretty good. It was nice knowing you, even though you left me on red. Wait, how did I leave you on red? How did I leave you on red, Blicky? I'll warp towards you to save you. Thank you, fish. Okay, so we're gonna continue to eat the tofu here. I'm just gonna have a few more bites of food and then we'll get to... Okay. Let me... Discord DMs. Oh. Okay. I don't check my message requests. You should pin the form in case people want to submit still. Are you gonna help me write another message, David? Will you help me write another message? Yeah, I'm really bad at looking at Discord messages because I'm just like, I don't know. It's okay, Blicky, this is not towards you. This is not towards you, but I feel like I've been awake for like 30 hours now. I just feel like if I start to read Discord messages, it opens a door, right? And I'm just like, do I want to keep this door open? Is it easier to just close them? Right? Okay. Okay. Fries is reading anonymous confessions tonight. Keep them spicy. Now's your chance. She likes spicy. Okay. Pin this message. Manually unpin. Okay. Hey, Gildolin. Ooh, oh, excuse me. I had a burp that I just suppressed. We shouldn't suppress those tonight. Okay. I do have chili, actually, Kadi. So these guys, I will say, they are kind of stingy. So I got a little bit of chili and I have another container. I do have another container, but they were like kind of stingy with it. Look at this. This container is so tiny and it's barely full, right? But it is a little bit, I know I said it was, yeah. So this is one container. This is one container of chili. Like, look at this. It's not even half full, okay? Like, it's not even half full. Yeah. No, you know what? I did say it does actually look kind of sweet. It does actually look kind of sweet, but it does have a bit of a kick. So I will not deny that it does have a bit of a kick. I know, it's kind of stupid. How's your food? How was your day? Honestly, my day was kind of mid. My day was kind of mid. The food is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the food so far, so I'm not overly disappointed at it. I'm just gonna set up the, it looks like honey. I know, it does look a little bit sweet. So I'm just gonna pull up the, let me pull up the anonymous confessions here really quickly. We don't have to start them just yet, but I'm going to, that's not what I want. Anonymous confessions. Okay. So I want to be able to, make sure you guys can read it. No league today? We're gonna do league after. Hey, TJ. Okay. Can you guys see this? Is this legible? Okay, is this legible? All right, this is where we find out it's not actually anonymous and you're all cooked. No, I promise you it's all anonymous, okay? All right, we have some Indonesian food tonight. I got some tofu skewers, which are honestly not bad. I got something called a beef rendang. For anybody who's like, it's readable if I full screen, I can bring it up again. Okay. All right, you know what? Because you've gone through the trouble of putting it through ChatGPT, David, I'm gonna pin that for you, okay? And then I have something called a beef rendang. So there's a little bit of, so it's like beef in a bit of a curry peanut sauce, and then some white rice and some salad. So I've got a little bit of this extra peanut sauce here, and it's Indonesian food. It's very similar to the kind of food that I would eat in Malaysia, but I don't eat a lot of this beef rendang, so it is kind of nice. Mm-hmm. Wait. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. You know what's funny? Is I read through, David, I read through it and I didn't even notice the latex part until Blicky mentioned something. Okay, let me back up a little bit. You guys can't even really see my food, so let's come here. Hold on, I want to see what you guys see. Okay, you can kind of see it. I want to make sure you can see the... Okay, I want to make sure that you guys can see it, but that you can still see me. Okay. All right. AI can't do that. It's all about proper placement. All right, let's get drinking. Okay. I think that's a little bit more legible. So should we start first? Oh, I got a burp. Woo, excuse me. Hi, Mango. Woo, excuse me. Holy shit. Coke makes me so gassy. I'm so sorry. What? We're gonna take my skewer. We're gonna move it to the side. Oh, Blicky. You're gonna hear that a lot. Is it alcohol in the Coke? No alcohol in the Coke. No, it takes a very special occasion for me to actually drink. Okay, so shall we begin? The first one is, can I come for food? No, you know what they say, Joey doesn't share. You cannot come for food, you're not allowed. Okay. Briar supporter ADC, who is asking this question? Can I come for sloppy seconds? I don't know, David, depends. What kind of sloppy seconds? Imagine being an Asian auntie and not feeding the homies. Yeah, but the Asian auntie can't cook. So if y'all want to be poisoned, I can totally do that. Y'all want to be poisoned? I got you. But like, the Asian auntie, she don't go well enough to feed you guys. Alright? Okay. The backwashed Coke? Nah. Okay, hold on. I just want to move the camera a little bit. Make sure we can see everything. Dr. Catacorn. Hi, Dr. Catacorn. Okay. Give me poison? What? Okay, I'm just gonna move over a little bit. There we go. All right. Not rock? All right, hold on. Stream element. Whoa. Add it to the queue. I don't even know how the stream elements works. I don't think that's gonna work. Mm. 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 Will you guys judge me? Will you guys judge me if I eat? Yeah, I know. I tried to turn on the media request. I tried to turn it on with Spotify, but I couldn't figure it out. So I don't know how to use it. It only lets me do it with YouTube. And I don't want to use it with YouTube. I want to be able to use it with Spotify. Okay. Will you guys judge me if I talk with food in my mouth? All right. Briar. Kind of? Don't you judge? Yeah, I mean, I get judged all the time. So why am I surprised? No. It's a high-key judge. I saw someone react to it and I completely forgotten about the song. Okay, hold on. Bloodhound Gang. Depends how much food? So even like right now, I have this tendency to put food in my mouth and then I will just put my hand over my mouth and cover it. So you can't really see what's happening. Like you're not gonna see it. It's just kind of, I always just cover my mouth. Okay. All right, let me add this. Bloodhound Gang? What's the song? The Bad Touch? The Bad Touch, The Bad Touch. Let's add to queue. All right, add to queue. Okay, perfect. Is it, wait, Laser. Are we familiar with the song? Okay, would I rather, oh, by the way, would I rather a Briar support or Briar ADC? I don't know. I think I would rather have a Briar AD carry because if the AD carry is useless, at least the support can still support their teammates. But if you have a bad support, then the ADC is also going to have a terrible time, aka me. So for me personally, perhaps a Briar ADC is the, Briar ADC could be the lesser of two evils, yeah? Let's do it like they do it on Discovery Channel. Wait, how do they do it on Discovery Channel? All right. Do I need to continue to have my food in like full view? Perhaps. I just want to be the terrorist herself. I'm not a terrorist, okay? I'm just bad at the game. It's very hard. It's very hard to int. Okay? It's very hard to int when that's just how you play. I'm not intentionally feeling. Hi, Zavi. I'm not intentionally feeding. I'm just bad at the game. Hi, Leah. Briar ADC is only a thing with Anivia support. I mean, Anivia support doesn't feel that bad. You'll find out. Silver Star, stop it. If it's anything like the stuff you post for me in NSFW, I'm scared. Would you rather have Cog as a mid laner or a troller sub besides you? I don't feel like Kog'Maw as a mid laner is necessarily bad. Like, if you have AP Kog'Maw, it might not be that bad. If they can get kind of fed, excuse me. Sounds like what an Elo terrorist would say to cover up the fact that they're inting. It's supposed to be a combo. Briar Q stun into Anivia Q stun into Briar E charge into Anivia wall. But, Laser, isn't that kind of the same thing as playing Veigar and... Wait, Silver Star, what are we talking... Wait, I'm confused. What are we talking about still? What's in my queue? I've seen some mean cog mids. That's what I'm saying. I've seen some mean cog mids. It does way more damage. Cringe. Wait, did I finish my train of thought? I was like, it's like with Veigar and Ziggs, where you can have a Veigar cage, and then you have like the Ziggs W, and you just kind of throw them into the cage, and then you can, I don't know, Q them, and all that other nonsense. Veigar Ziggs is so hilarious. It is so cancer. Okay, next. Let's go next. Okay, next confession. Okay, Holy moly. Are you guys ready? Can you guys see this? Share some tea with fries. I once went to a Popeyes and I went through the drive-thru and I was waiting at the window, and this drive-thru window, it had a little poster that said a specific date that sells a meal and a Hennessy. I'm not lying, but I'm reading it. Then the offer opened the window and said, yo, you keep looking on over here like you need something, and slammed it. And I was baffled and confused. When I got my food, I pulled into the parking lot really fast and hopped out and walked in and said, who was that at the window? And this dude comes up from back and said, me. He's like 6 foot, but obviously a high schooler. Like he has to be 16 or 17. Corn fed. What does corn fed even mean? Like corn fed or like corn braided, you know? I'm in my 20s and I said, when you off, bro? And he said, I'm off now. Threw his gloves on the ground. And bro, sounds like somebody's, I feel like it feels like such a, it feels like an everybody clapped kind of moment. You know what I mean? Corn fed means they're country, means that they're country, usually big and strong. And it's just, usually just means that they're jacked. Okay. I slid over the counter like Tom Cruise. And I swear it was the cleanest slide, and we just started throwing blows. And TBH, he was giving me heavy hits like I felt them. And I felt other workers come in, and they all started punching me too. And I felt punches from all directions. And this chick had to be like 5 foot nothing. She smacked me so hard in the head with this pan, you literally hear it. And it made the exact sound when Jerry would hit Tom in the head with the pan from Tom and Jerry. It was loud and almost knocked me out of the counter. Caught me. And the manager was the only person trying to break it up. And once I got loose, I ran out with my car. I ran out in my car, beat up, defeated, and hungry. I didn't even want the food no more on my drive home. I turned off my music and drove home in silence. When I got home, I ate the Popeyes, and it was the best spicy chicken sandwich I ever got, but it came with the price. It's been 2 years since I went back, and I found a different ghetto Popeyes, and it's just as good. There's no shot something like this happened. I'm so hard-pressed to believe that something like this happened. I mean, top 10 stories. That's what I'm saying. It sounds like one of those and everybody clapped moments. You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna end up with them making out or something. What? The 6 foot guy and the Hi, Menace. How's it going? All for a Popeyes. Okay, if this is not, but Murder Bird. Hi, Cindy. I got bored of my other name. Oh wait, Mel, is this you? Popeyes is gas though. Okay, but like if anything. Honestly, this feels like, okay, hi, Mel. This feels like the best advertisement for the Popeyes chicken sandwiches. Like, do you guys not remember when the Popeyes chicken sandwiches came out? Somebody literally died because someone literally died because a woman cut them in line, I believe it was, and they were unhappy with it. And then the woman pulled a gun and shot a man to death over having to wait for a Popeyes chicken sandwich. And I specifically remember it came out in 2020 because a few friends and we crossed the border to go to Buffalo. And yeah, did I post my gym pic? I don't think so. We crossed the border and we crossed the border because there was no Popeyes chicken sandwich in Toronto at that time. And we got into Buffalo and they were all like, yo, first thing we have to do is go to Popeyes and get the sandwich. So we all drive to Popeyes, we get the sandwich. The boys are all like, wow, this is great. I'm just like, okay, it's just another sandwich. Like, I don't get it. Although I will say, I don't know if I'm a hater or anything. I do really enjoy Aeon. Hey, Aeon. Hi, Empire. So I do really enjoy like the Popeyes chicken sandwich, I guess. But I still feel like Chick-fil-A is better. Is that a hot take? I feel like the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is better. Popeyes biscuit? I agree. I think Popeyes biscuits are good. You know which biscuits are even better? Red Lobster is even better. Okay. Hold on. Church's Chicken's biscuits with their like honey, like their honey biscuits, amazing. Okay. KFC is the GOAT. They've got the legend mark on them. No, KFC has fallen a long way, my friends. I think that Church's slaps. I didn't even know that KFC did biscuits. I don't think KFC does biscuits though. No. I'm trying to keep the food in frame so you guys can continue to take a look at how much progress we're making. I think Church's has the best texture but under seasoned. Really? I feel like their spicy chicken. Laser is pretty good. Oh. I'm making a mess. Okay, I'm making a mess. Okay. Are you ready? Let's keep going. All right. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Okay. Next. All right. Are you guys ready? Here's another one. Okay. I enjoy watching the world burn. I love to see bad people get bad karma. I would say more, but you would know who this is. What? Also, being I'm anonymous, I don't want to sound disrespectful. I mean this in the bestest of ways. I want to say... Okay, so... Thank you. Thank you. We're hot as hell, okay? Especially when we're eating and we're talking with our mouth full of food. Thank you very much. We have the sweetest personality, all at the same time. Honestly, one of a kind. W, I'm one of a kind. Yes. Holy moly. You know what? I'm glad that there is somebody who is actually willing to confess that they would love to watch the world burn. Instant karma videos are hilarious. You know what subreddit I really enjoy? There's a subreddit called Convenient Cops. There is, it's called Convenient Cops, and it's basically when somebody does something, you know, that is worthy of being pulled over, and there just so happens to be a cop that's there, and as soon as they do the thing they're not supposed to do, they get pulled over. I think that subreddit is great. Hi, Kyle. How are you? I get instant karma so often, and I'm like, yep, deserve that. Blakey, give me an example. Give me an example. Okay, hold on one second. I gotta send a message real quick. Okay. But yes, I honestly totally agree. I totally agree in the thing that I kind of sort of also want to watch the world burn. Okay. And I think that and I do also agree that people who do bad things deserve to have bad things happen to them. And yes, I am toxic in that way, especially if I don't know you. Okay. Like if I don't know you as a human being, we have no relationship, we have nothing. I am here to watch you burn. Yes. And I think it's part of the reason why burning the world is fun. Hey, Cloud. Okay. Kyle. Kyle, I mean, Blicky, you haven't given me an example of instant karma yet. Yeah. So, but I think that's part of the reason why I am such a road ragey driver is because realistically speaking, the only thing that I do that is quote unquote not right, okay, on the road is the only thing I'll do is kind of speed, quote unquote speed. You know, if I'm on the highway, I will go 20 clicks over. If I'm on a local road, I'll go 10 clicks over. That's about it because it's an unspoken rule. You never actually drive the speed limit. You will go, what is this you holding in my face? It's Indonesian food, Blicky. I mean, Cloud, I got a little tofu skewer here. I know people, not everybody loves tofu, but I freaking love tofu. And then I've got a little bit of beef on the side. I got a little bit of beef on the side here. Sorry, I got to make sure you guys can see it. I got a little bit of beef there. Okay. It's like me calling people ass at video games or something, and then I make a dog shit player after. Yes, Blicky, I love it. Yes, yes, it's Indonesian food. Empire. Okay. I can say I don't like seeing people actually get hurt evil. I believe in people's best. I'm sure you know. So there are moments where I'm upset and I start being like, no, they're not so bad. Okay, I don't necessarily want to see people get hurt. I don't need to see people get physically hurt, but I need them to get their just desserts. Nasi goreng, I don't really like nasi goreng. I prefer more like a mee goreng, Empire. Only because I'm not as big of a fan as rice. I really prefer noodles. So if you like nasi goreng, you should also try the mee goreng as well, Empire. Real question. Have you ever driven after a great workout? I ask because when I do, I feel like nothing really bothers me. Yes, I totally have. Yeah, if you were to drive after a workout, it would be amazing. How's everybody been? I feel like I've missed a few streams. Cloud, I mean, I've been good. I think we've been vibing. You know what? You've missed in my biggest op. I've been losing for like the last 2 days. So you would have been having a lot of fun laughing at my expense. So you've kind of been missing out. Okay? Okay. I'm a rice boyo. Nah, I'm a noodle girly. So noodles all day, Empire. Whenever someone asks me why I'm studying biochem, I'd answer with so I can engineer a virus that is undetectable and activates in 5 years and wipes out humanity. Mel, come on. Cloud, you would have had a lot to say. All right, I'm telling you, as my biggest op, you would have had so much to say. But fortunately for me, you've been missing out. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, unluckily for you, okay? How am I your biggest no, 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 not you, Mel Mel. Not you. I'm talking about Cloud. Unfortunately for you, I'm not playing rank tonight, so we're not losing tonight. Okay? So I was gonna say, I feel like I'm not necessarily a road ragey driver, but at the same time, I am heavier as the crown is the biggest of the biggest op. Listen, it's a crown you gotta wear proud, okay? But so what I wanted to say was I'm such a road ragey driver because hi chef. How are you partner grinding when you won't even go affiliate? Chef, listen, what can I say? It's one of those things. You can still grind for partner without going for affiliate, okay? Stop. Stop. Stop it, Ryan. Stop it. Just take my money. Listen, Cloud, my wallet, my pockets are always open. My pockets are always open. I'm not saying no. I posted my gym selfie. Let's see. What's your selfie? Okay, I haven't been able to continue my train of thought yet. Ooh. Okay, Mel Mel, you look good. Mel Mel, you look good. I did my part. I need to go back to bed because I'm sick AF. Chef, I hope you feel better. All my pockets. All my pockets. Okay. Bye, Chef. Feel better. Have a good weekend, okay? Holy shit. I can't finish my train of thought. Wait. Pockets are not the same thing as holes. Stop it. Pockets are not the same thing as holes, guys. Stop. If I'm saying something sus, I need you to let me know. So, the only reason I road rage is because I see people do stupid shit, and because I'm such a rule follower, it makes me really upset when people do things that go against the unspoken law, like the rules of the road. You know, speeding is an unspoken rule of the road where everybody speeds, but not, you know, you don't have to be like cutting people off. You don't have to be going onto the curb in order to like save yourself 2 extra seconds. Like recently I saw somebody go into the left turn lane at a light. Ooh, excuse me. I saw somebody go into the left turn lane at a light, and what they did was they went into the left turn lane and they cut back over so that they didn't have to wait in that long lineup in order to go after the red light. Like, hello? So those are the kinds of people, especially drivers, where I hope that they get whatever instant karma comes to them. And obviously the last thing I want when people are driving is for an accident to happen, because then that means there's going to be another person who gets hurt. But like if their wheel accidentally goes off and they kind of skid out and they suddenly end up with a flat tire, I'm not mad. I'm there and I'm laughing at them. And I'm just like, just desserts. Okay? Flat tire, your car dies, nobody else gets hurt, but you are inconvenienced. Okay? That's what it is. I love how healthy and fit this community is. Fries is basically the smallest one. Cloud, see? Biggest op. You gotta kill me. I can't. See, that's the thing. I cannot. I can't. I'm such a petty person that I would never be able to kill somebody with kindness, ever. I'm just too petty. I'm too petty for that. Okay. I speed excessively. Yeah, me too. I'm also looking at you, Melly. Not okay. I zoom down the dirt road for like a mile and I zombie out. Stop it. That is not okay. Okay. Also, I'm sorry I didn't know that pockets means holes, guys. Please. I seen the way you talked to that Shaco. Yeah, I told you, I'm petty. I'm petty when I'm petty when it matters. Tell me why the slowest car in the left lane is always a Prius? Facts. 2 things I hate about bad drivers: the complete lack of awareness on how little time they actually save. They don't realize they're buying those seconds. Yes, that's the thing, right? I can't. Killing them with kindness is not my thing. Oh, honestly, I know you guys said it doesn't look like that much food. I thought it was a lot of food, but it really doesn't feel like that much. I feel like I might actually finish this. If we don't just continue to yap, I might actually finish this tonight. We might finish this. Okay, let's keep going. I'm gonna have some more chili. It's an appetizer? It's not an appetizer. This is supposed to be like a main course type shit. Okay. Another bite. Down the hatch. Mmm. Mm-hmm. It's 800 calories for somebody who's not even working out. If I stay 5 minutes going to work every day for a year, that's a lot of minutes. Yeah, but Cloud, what are you doing with those minutes? The autism in me hates everything that's getting, I know, Silver Star. I also don't like mixing everything together, but unfortunately, it's what happens in these situations. That's a lot of extra minutes to sleep, sir. Okay. Here's the other. Would you rather? I'd rather have my fries with no ketchup. Hey, whoever this is, okay? Whoever this is talking about wanting to watch the world burn and eating fries without ketchup, I don't know who you are, but you and I can be friends. Okay? Whoever this is, please don't speak up. It is meant to be anonymous. You and I just know you and I are friends. We have W opinions. Okay? W opinions. Fries with cheese is the best? No. So, okay, pause, time out. I made my own French fries yesterday. I made my own, like, air-fried potato French fries the other day. And they got nice and crispy, number one. But then the other thing that I did was I took ketchup and I took this garlic, onion, like this garlic oil that I have. It's basically garlic with a bunch of oil. And garlic, oil, and ketchup put together and dipping it in fries, that is W. Okay? W. That's the only way I really want to have ketchup, is if it's like loaded with garlic. It might be a little bit excessive, but yes. Okay. Whew. All right, let's move on to the next one. Never tried it? It's so good. A lot of poutines use mustard? No, poutines... Cloud, you have never had a poutine, okay? We've never... Okay, bye, Empire. It was really nice to see you. Have a good weekend. Bonsoir. Poutines don't use mustard, period. Cloud, okay? It's literally just gravy and cheese curds. Okay. The poutine place here says they're from Canada. If they're using mustard, it's not right. Okay. Fries is an admirer in her province. Are you guys ready? All right. What if one of your followers lives in the same province as you, finds you attractive, and would want to get to know you better, even take you out? Hi, Katsu. No. The answer, unfortunately, is no, okay? Don't shoot your shot, because it's not gonna happen. Guys? Excuse me. We're gonna be really real. You said these are gonna be spicy and nasty? I'll just wait. It's not gonna happen. Okay? We have to be realistic about this. It's not gonna happen. R.I.P. You didn't even let him down soft? No. You're in Texas, just to clarify? Thank you, Blicky. I'm glad you're on, like, the other side of on the other side. Who is that? They're gonna need a hug? Okay. So here's the other thing. If you guys happen to, like, run into me or something, I think I would also be really weirded out if you guys came up to me and said hi if you just happened to run into me. Like, I would be so freaked. The further away, the higher the chance. Let me just sip on this real quick. Okay. Short answer, no. In other news, is anyone going to Worlds? Cloud, are you going to Worlds? All right, next. What if it was a chill, like, oh, hey, I think I know you, do you stream? I think I would still get a little bit freaked out. I think I would still get freaked out. I don't know. I would still get kind of freaked out. I think I'd still be a little bit uncomfortable. Hi, Ace. How's it going? What you yapping about? We yapping about how don't come shooting your shot. Don't come shooting your shot. You ain't shit, just a bro. I'm overthinking it. I ain't shit. Nah. I am the shit, Cloud. All right? All right, hold on. Okay. Robbie. Oh, hey, Robbie. All right, Kuya music. Oh my gosh, why is Kuya music doing this to me? I would freak out even if I asked you. Thank you, Murderbird. You and I can lock eyes from across the room and just be like, I feel like I recognize this person, and you know, maybe we'll just watch from afar. Okay. Hey, Juggy. Hi, Juggy. Okay, every time I was in LA, I was with my ex-girlfriend. Every time you called, I told you, baby, I'm working. I was out doing my dirt, wasn't thinking about you getting hurt. I was hand in hand in the Beverly Center, like, man, not giving a damn who sees me, so gone, so wrong, acting like I didn't have you sitting at home, thinking about me. Being the good girl that you are, I bet you probably don't believe you got a good man, a man that would never do the things I'm about to tell you I've done. Brace yourself, it ain't good, but it would be even worse if you heard this from somebody else. I'm gonna need to come back to this. Their lyrics, can somebody interpret these lyrics for me? Oh, here, have Korean music stop using song lyrics be part of the confessions. Okay, see, here's the problem. Kuya music. I don't even know Kuya music is hanging out, but how do I make one of these? If you want to fill it out, Cloud, there's a link in the pinned chat comment. But like, I don't do music, so it doesn't work. Okay. Next. All right, guys ready? I don't know if this is tea. I don't date and haven't ever been in a romantic relationship. It's been over 30 years since I've come to exist, and I think I'm pretty sure I have no heart. I told that to my mom once. The look on her face was so interesting because it seemed to have her to hear, but then she told me sometimes you do feel heartless. So good news, I think it's been confirmed for real, for real. How? How could your mother say something like that to you? They hit their shot in the air bolt. I mean, you shoot your shot. The worst they could say is no, right? Confirmed sociopath. Oh my gosh. I mean, here. So they tend to excel. Heartless people tend to excel. I mean, you know what? It's so funny because I'm actually watching a show right now. It's called Persons of Interest, and there's a character on the show. Hey, Solomon. There's a character on the show who the worst they can say is F no. What the hell is wrong with you? Hey, it's still a no. But it's still, okay, but you guys are still giving examples where all they're saying is just no. Right? Like, they're still just saying no. The worst they could say is still no. The worst they could actually say is yes. And then from there, it's like, they say yes, and now what? Right? They say yes, and now what? What do you do if they actually say yes? You get called a creep in GTFO is just the no. They say yes, and now I'm broke. Bruh, you know, I actually have a friend who started dating a girl, and, you know, at the very beginning, because they were fresh in their relationship or situationship, they were going out on dates all the time, and he was just spending money like no tomorrow. And I'm just like, I sympathize with you. Lucky, because what if you didn't anticipate in getting that far and actually getting a date? Okay, can we come back? Can we come back to this? Can we come back to this person's confession? What do you guys think? Do you think it's worse that the mother was like, yeah, you know, you could be kind of heartless? You know, is it worse that the mother agrees? Or is it worse if the mother was like, you know, trying to downplay it and say, no, that's not true. You know, you'll find somebody. I don't know if I believe in puppy love anymore. Wait, why don't we believe in puppy love anymore, David? Oppa, annyeong. I'm gonna be real. They were just going to spend that money on useless shit anyway. Better to just spend it on a relationship. I think parents should be real with their kids. I think keeping it real. What is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Baby, don't hurt me no more. I'm 6 of 18. I'm 6 of 18. We've actually gotten a couple more, so. Baby, don't hurt me. You probably notice about them as I grew up. So if you notice, so let's say you notice that about your kid. You know, your kid is like a little bit apathetic. Your kid doesn't really have a lot of emotions. Do you try to help your child? Do you try to help your child through that? Or do you watch and you're just like, okay, it's something that I noticed, but you don't do anything to you don't try to do anything to cultivate. You know what I mean? Stream gonna be over in like 30 minutes. Fortunately, David, we are gonna go and play some games, all right? Also, skydiving or free soloing? What is free soloing? I don't know what free soloing is, but skydiving, or free soloing? What's a free solo? Somebody help me. Depends on what you think the root cause is. What if you think the root cause is something that's quote unquote fixable? Dating on the spectrum? Silver Star, have you ever watched Dating on the Spectrum? Like you said, as somebody who is on the spectrum, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that particular show? You have another kid, spray and pray until a good one pops out? Oh my gosh, you really just want to watch the world burn. If you think it's fixable, you talk to them and try to fix it, yes. Yo, Ed, that looks good. It's quite nice. We're having some Indonesian food tonight. Hey, Drugs. I've got like a tofu skewer here. I had some beef in the corner, having a little bit of beef with some rice and our veggies. And I have some shrimp crackers. The shrimp crackers honestly aren't that great. How many times are you gonna stab that rice with your spoon? Enough times, Korean. Okay. Why are we starting off on the wrong foot, buddy boy? My girls, I didn't ask them out, they asked me out. I missed all the oblivious flirting signs, so watching the awkwardness makes me laugh. I don't know, IDK mine was already read or not. I mean, we're 6. Do you remember how many there were when we did it? Oh, thank you, Dr. Catacorn. Free soloing is rock climbing without safeguards. Okay. I think I would rather... You know what? I think if that was the case, I would rather skydive instead of free soloing. If I want to experience free soloing, theoretically. Yo, what's up, happy time? Some confessions. At least let me experience the thrill of skydiving first until something happens and I'm just like, well, I guess I'm dead. At least with skydiving, I have a further way to fall to my death. Actually, I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna say at least it's quick, but I feel like it's really not that quick because you'd have a long way to fall. And you would just see death coming down on you. Remember when I was chatting on your live and I saw my girlfriend for the first time at the club? She was getting Eiffel Towered and I was like, yo, check this out. I don't know if I want to ask. I don't know if I want to ask what getting Eiffel Towered means. My biggest fear with skydiving is I'm a puke and it's gonna chase me all the way down. I submitted my would you rather. Okay, happy time. We'll have to get to... How did we suddenly go from 18 to 29 responses? Guys! Did you read the confessions to Popeyes? I did. Drugs. You know what, Drugs? I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, I felt like it was something that you were gonna write. It means a man in front and a man behind. Okay, next question. At least it's skill-based? Yeah, but Dr. Catacorn, we already know I have no skills. So even if I went free soloing, I would have no skill to free solo, okay? Okay, I'm admitting it. All right, next. Okay, how does someone shoot their shot at me? What did we already say to this, guys? How do you shoot your shot at me? What did we say? You don't, okay? You don't. David! David? I think I had the photo in the NSFW chat room. That's why you initially made it. No, Silver Star. The reason why we had NSFW was because you put boobs, okay? It's because you put boobs. You're kind of unhinged away, clacking like that? What am I clacking about? It's funny. There's like lots of 30-something Asian women in Canada, right? Yeah, there are a lot of 30-something Asians in Canada, okay? Shoot your shot at somebody else. Okay. Also, a bullet is crazy. Korean, thank you. Okay. Next. I'm terrified to see what's gonna happen at the end. Let me cackle. I love cackling. Okay. Oh my gosh, Jexler. I was in Germany. I was in Germany and went to a pizza place. It was pretty late at night and it was the only restaurant open. Guess the pizza wasn't too good because the stomach was feeling pretty horrible. Apparently they didn't have a restroom, so I decided to walk back to the hotel I was staying at. 10 minutes into the walk back, I just had to go. Everything was closed and I was desperate. Cackling like a villain as you crush dreams. Hey, sometimes we just have to set those expectations now, Dr. Catacorn. All right? Everything was closed and I was desperate. I spotted a hookah bar and ran behind it and just relieved myself. It wasn't my prettiest moment. I didn't know how to apologize. Like, do I stick a note? Do I put a sticky note on it and say, sorry, here's my number? I actually dinked someone's car. It was pitch black and no one was around, so I'm pretty sure I was in the clear. The next day, the manager or the owner shows up to the hotel with video footage of me doing the deed. Yes, Jexler hath shat right below. Jexler! Okay, it's funny because I knew Jexler had said something, okay? And Jexler was like, okay, I put in my response. I didn't know he was actually gonna put his name in, but... Oh... I'm like, if you want everybody to know that you dookied in front of a security camera, W Jexler, okay? W. You befriend them first. People want to hang out with friends. Okay, but Ed, what happens if you get yourself friend zoned? But at the same time, would you not also, like, what happens if this person finds another girl or finds another relationship and you never get to shoot your shot? Are you still going to be friends with them? Because are you not just being friends with them for the sake of trying to get into a relationship with them? You know what I mean? Like, are you going to continue to be their friends with you? I'm just asking. We got to ask all the hard questions. Okay? Bring that Dommy out. That's what we've been doing all night, Dr. Catacorn. Okay. What did we say? You and I both know hanging out with frogs would be a wild experience. And by wild, I mean, like, not at all. She's on stream because the awkward would be so thick. Izo, thank you. The awkward would be so thick. Yes, exactly. Okay. Ah. Okay. All right, let's keep going. We've suddenly got 37 to go through. Okay. See? You guys want to talk about freaky? I would love to bend you over and tie you up and tame you like the brat you are, baby girl. If I ever find out who this is, banned. Instant ban. Instant ban. Nah. If I ever find out who this is. Isn't that from the book? Wait, which book are we talking about? She does give brat, but that's insane. It was Robbie Banham. Guaranteed not me. I can't tie knots for shit. That sounds like it's from a sussy book. Okay, so maybe people also get their ideas. I don't know if that's in the League lore. Yeah, Helly, I know. This is kind of off the cuff a little bit. Damn, Korean throwing Robbie under the bus is crazy. Plot twist, she wrote these all herself is insane. You guys are crazy if you think I would ever write anything like that. I'm kind of like, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm getting kind of embarrassed, okay? My face is heating up a little bit. I'm like uncomfortable even just reading that statement. I will support you in your partner grind. Yo, Zenocide, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Any lurk, I will gladly appreciate and take. 07. You guys think I have the creativity? Like, dude, I'd have to put this all into ChatGPT and say, hey, can you guys, like, you know, can you help me out here? We're just out here writing fan fiction? No shot. Okay. Would you rather get paid or lose money? Hey, obviously I want to get paid. Anybody want to pay me? Shameless Friday. Shameless Friday. I thought we were all bros. You guys are freaks for real? Okay, you know when I first decided I was going to do this? I was like, I wonder if things are going to get kind of freaky or if people are going to be normal. And I'm like, okay, maybe equal parts freaky, equal parts normal, right? I wish I could say I respect it, but honestly, if you have to say it in an anonymous confession, you don't deserve respect. All freaky obvious? People have been kind of normal. You asked for tea? I did. I did ask for tea. I wanted all the tea. I wanted spicy. These are boring. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's gonna get anything. I don't know if it's gonna get any better than this, okay? All right, next. But what it's worth, Who the hell wants to lose money? I want to get paid, boys. Let me get paid. Please. Give me my money. All right, let's go. Let's keep moving on. Yo, happy time. Thank you so much for the follow. Paid for what? Because I'm broke. Paid so we can start making a living. You getting shit from a bunch of nerds watching you on a Friday. No, it should be I ain't getting shit, Dr. Catacorn. All right. Next. All right. In front of you is 1,000 pills or jelly beans. And each one you get $100,000, but there's one pill that will instantly kill you. And it's random. How much are you taking? Okay. So knowing me, the only place, and Blicky and David, give me my comfort. Money is cool. Comfort is best. Okay, but Zen aside, it takes like money to be comfortable. You know how they say money can't buy happiness, but it sure as can help. So if you have money, you can still be comfortable, right? You're taking 750 pills? I don't know. I was gonna say, knowing me, I have terrible luck. The only place that I am lucky, and Blicky and David know this, is here. I win every single 50-50 here on this channel. If you guys want to do like an exclamation mark fries, you can duel me for your channel points. And I've like beaten David every single time. I have beaten Blicky every single time. I have beaten Mango every single time. I win all the time here. But like elsewhere, I just don't win. I own 2 homes I paid cash for. I'm hella comfy. I love comfort, not money. I admit the hustle though. I admire the hustle. Oh, Zen aside. Not fair. It's not fair. You know what? Although I will say Zen aside, friggin' W, okay? You know what? Despite everything, I am happy for you. Okay. Okay. Let's go next. Why does this number keep getting larger? How long are we gonna be here for? We went from 17 to 41 to 41. Yo, Zenocide, thank you so much for the follow. All right, I'd crack what? Oh, how many beans would you eat? Okay, so how many beans would I eat? I would probably eat like 10 beans. I think 10. Give me $1 million and I think I'd be happy. I don't know. Again, my problem is I feel like I don't have very good luck. So if I had more, gotta go with like 25%. I don't know. I think knowing my luck, that's like 2.5 million. I think, nah. If you give me $1 million, I can take that $1 million and I can invest it. But if I take 25 and I die, that money ain't going nowhere with me, right? I'm pretty sure, I feel like for me, 10 is a good number. No. But here in Toronto, here in Canada, guys, this is where Canada has you beat, okay? Canada doesn't do taxes on lottery winnings. So a $70 million jackpot is a $70 million jackpot. You do not lose half of it to the government like you guys would with the Powerball. We get all of the money that we win. No taxes. Yeah. You invest in what? I'm just saying that I would have enough, Dr. Catacorn, to invest in an investor who would then invest my money for me. Okay? How much you want? A big fat 0, baby. Okay. Alright, you freaks. Hey, freaks. What do you mean I'd crack? Okay? Stop it, freaks. I invest more than you do? I'm terrible at investing. Imagine the investor loses it all. Oh my gosh, should I tell you guys a story? I have a friend whose friend became an investor or like a financial advisor, who became a financial advisor during the pandemic. And he was looking for clients, okay? So during this time, he was like, in order for me to take you on as a client, it's crazy too, because he was new to the game. He was like, I need a minimum of $10,000 from you if I'm going to invest for you. Okay? He was like, I need $10,000. So he, he takes money, he has his clients, things of that nature. And during the pandemic, because everything was a shit show, right? He ended up losing a bunch of money for a bunch of people. And he got so like freaked out, depressed, all of this other stuff, because obviously people were coming after him for his money. right? And they were like, well, you lost all of my money. And he basically said, I can't, I'm done, I'm out. And he left. And he was like, I'm never doing this again. And he left that world. A lot of the big places need $250,000. Yeah, but you're just a solo guy. Like, you're somebody who's just starting. You know what I mean? Pandemic was peak money making time. Guys, every day I stream, I'm really upset that I didn't start streaming during 2020. I feel like if I started streaming during the pandemic, at the very beginning of the pandemic, because I started in 2023, but I wish I started in 2020, because I feel like if I started in 2020, we would have been, I think, better set at this point. I made like over 10K with my, on all by myself with $600. Nice. Okay. You would have been paying me? Absolutely not. Confession is I low-key hope it happens again because now we know. I will say, I would love, okay, this is my confession. I would love for another pandemic to happen. Like, I would love if the world just shut down again. It was the best 3 months of my life. It was the best 3 months I've ever had. Housing prices doubled after the pandemic. Yeah, that too. Everything doubled, okay? Would you rather be, okay, here's the thing, guys. Would you rather be 12 foot tall but rich, or 4'11" and busty but poor? What did I say? I said I wanted another pandemic, no? Oh, it was the best 3 months. Yeah. Because I didn't have to work. And up until that point in my life, I had never gotten time off. It was always just like, I went from school to school into working. And it wasn't until the pandemic and those 3 months where the world just shut down, where I finally got quote unquote time off. Like where I actually didn't have to think about any effing thing at all. You know what I mean? Nothing. My life for 3 months at that point, I know everybody else was struggling, but it was a great time for me because I didn't have to worry about anything. And it was the only time in my life that had happened, right? Okay. Like bustier than I am now. Yes, Korean, bustier than you are now. Girl wants 1 million people killed for her to get a vacation. I mean, notwithstanding everything else that happened in the world, just like my own personal life. Just in my own personal life. Hey, I am not having a Vanessa Hudgens moment, okay? Do you guys remember? I don't know if you guys know. I don't know if you guys care. I don't know if you guys remember. But Vanessa Hudgens, when the entire pandemic happened, she got into so much crap because she was really upset that they canceled Coachella. And she came up publicly, I think, on Instagram, and essentially was really, really sad that they were canceling Coachella because of COVID that was happening during that time. Okay. What do you guys think? Would you guys rather be 4'11" and busty but poor? I'm gonna be real. I don't care, Vanessa. Yes. Blicky, I 100% agree. I think Vanessa Hudgens is fine AF. I agree. Hi, Flo. 4'11", busty, and poor. Hi, Benjamins. Not poor would hate that. I'm gonna trap some rich man for real. You know what? I feel like 4'11" and busty, but poor. I can't. Being poor hurts, guys. I feel like the only appropriate answer is to be 4'11" and busty, but poor. Okay? Like, 12 feet tall, you are gonna die if you are 12 feet tall. You're gonna die. There's just no way a 12-foot person, there is no way that a 12-foot person is going to be able to live a long, sustainable life. You are dead at 12 feet. You could be 4'11", you can like lose the bust and you can gain money. So I guess the only real answer is to be 4'11" and busty but poor. Basketball though? I don't think a 4'11" guy. Okay. I want the first one? I mean, how rich is rich? But the question is like, how rich is rich? Right? It's me, rich man? How rich is rich? It is true. Perhaps you could be rich enough that you enjoy your life and then you die. I mean, if you are comfortable with the idea that you're gonna have a short lifespan, but you are gonna be rich, then perhaps I would be okay with it. Especially if you want to go quick, perhaps someone's onto something. Okay. My parents paid for my siblings' exams 3 times, costing roughly $400, where he failed the exams each time. My parents believed it's because he suffers from a learning disability. He later confessed to me that it's because he was on drugs instead of studying, and I still haven't told them. Damn. I don't know what to say to this. Your brother is a piece of shit. I'm sorry to whoever this is, but your brother is a piece of shit. And I feel absolutely terrible for your parents. You're an enabler? Ooh, quit enabling. I guess it depends on what kind of relationship you have with your brother, right? That story ain't sexy at all. Hey, I guess we're not always looking for sexy, Korean. Live through H1N1, live through COVID. After those, you start feeling less. Let's just do it again. Survival of the fittest. I mean, Silver Star, as long as you're not being stupid and doing stupid things, you're gonna survive, right? Okay. Once is fair for a brother, 3 times you're enabling. But I also wonder at what point they found out. Like, did they find out after the 3rd exam? Did they find out after, you know, the 1st exam? Like, when did they find out that this person was just was doing drugs, right? Yeah. Okay. Would you rather make all of your descendants rich, or rather you live forever? I don't want to live forever. Guys, I will say this again and again and again. I never, ever, ever want to live forever. I would love it if my loved ones outlived me. I don't think that I can handle outliving my loved ones, because I get so freaking emotional, you know, thinking about it. I either want to die now or live forever. No, I can't. I will outlive you. Thank you, Benji man. I got a 4 million lawsuit for throwing parties. I was completely YOLO. Did you lose the lawsuits, Silver Star? I'm low-key autistic with that NGL. My grandparents died and I was just like, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, but I guess some people also don't handle grief very well, right? There are some people where if somebody dies, you may be an empathetic person, but you may not necessarily, you know, it could be one of those things where you're like, yes, whatever. I got banned from throwing events in the city. Forever? It's okay, you got the clubs now, Silver Star. Throw the parties at the club. She's a sociopath, confession 1. I'm not a sociopath. Oh, confession 1. All right. But yes, I would love to make my descendants rich. If my descendants could be rich and they could be set for life, I got them. I don't need to live forever. I just want my people to be okay. Okay. Forever. I just got a building in a different city. W, Silver Star. See, again, money doesn't necessarily buy you happiness, but it can make you real comfortable, okay? Money really helps to make you comfortable. Okay. I lost the league game once and was kind of sad. I lost the league game once and almost wanted to throw my keyboard at the wall. All right, next. Okay, can you guys stop? Who just keeps putting in responses? At this point, I don't even know what we're gonna get to. All right. Okay. Holy moly. Okay, wait, this one's long. All right, maybe read fast. We gotta read fast. Confession, I started watching you just for fun, but now I accidentally have a crush on you. Like, I catch myself smiling at my screen and I hate that for me. Oh no. Obviously, I know it's just parasocial and nothing would ever happen, but yeah, still. Since we're spilling the toxic tea, the spicy part is that one day Excuse me. If I ever find out who you are, I'm gonna feel real uncomfortable. I didn't need to know that part. Oh, the spicy part is one day I fantasized about you. I don't know what to say about that one, guys. Okay, I'm kind of uncomfortably laughing. Okay, this might be cringe AF, but I know you like smut, so this is my attempt to describe it as if it were a short story. Okay, hold on. We got some fan fiction out here, boys. Why did you ask for tea? Hey, I can still ask for tea and be uncomfortable. Okay, are you guys ready? It had started harmlessly, just another stream in the background. I think it's like we got a short story. You can't handle it? You know what? Let me sip my tea. Okay. All right. Can we talk about this? Wait. Okay. Where are we? It had started harmlessly. Just another stream in the background while we ate. While he ate, half paying attention, half scrolling on his phone. He didn't even remember what made him stay that first time. Maybe the way she giggled or how easily she filled the silence like it wasn't silence at all. But somewhere along the way it changed. Now he caught himself actually looking forward to it, timing his evenings around it, smiling like an idiot at his screen. When she said something funny or when her voice softened in that way, that felt like it was meant for someone even though he knew it wasn't meant for him. That was the part he understood. It wasn't real. Not really. Just a screen, a voice. A version of someone carefully framed and lit and broadcast out. Okay, for what it's worth, we don't carefully frame ourselves at all, but I did try really, really hard to make the lighting look better, so thank you for noticing. Thank you for noticing that we worked on the lighting really hard. Okay. What? I can't say thank you for that? Okay. Just a screen, and still it felt personal. Too personal, sometimes. Blicky, you and Korea need to stop this right now. He noticed the most in quiet moments, when the stream ended and the room felt a little emptier than it should. When something reminded him of her during the day, he had to shake his head, almost embarrassed at himself. It's just a crush, he told himself. It'll pass. The shower was supposed to clear... Dr. Catacorn, I am not gonna be able to... We're not gonna be able to do book club, okay? I'm not gonna be able to do book club if I can't read this. The shower was supposed to clear his head. Hot water, steady noise, nothing else to focus on. For a minute, it worked. It's getting steamy. Then his eyes closed and there she was again. Not distance this time, not behind the screen. Close. Close enough. Bye, Juggy. Close enough that his chest tightened before he even realized what he was imagining. Oh no, I don't know if I can continue reading this. I thought you liked Stevie. I like Stevie, but it's not like super versatile. Okay, he exhaled slowly, tilting his head back under the water, but it only made everything sharper. The heat, the pressure, the way his thoughts stopped, feeling like something he was controlling and started feeling like something he was following. It feels really awkward for me to be holding a plate of food at this point. Okay, pretend it's somebody else, duh. Okay, don't, he thought. He didn't listen. The version of her in his head wasn't unreachable. Wasn't filtered through a camera or chat or distance. She was just there, looking at him in a way that made his stomach tighten and his grip shift instinctively against the tile. Am I turning red yet? Can you guys see that I'm turning red yet? His breath hitched, subtle at first, then harder to hide even alone. He knew it was ridiculous, he knew that. Knew how far removed this was from anything real. But his body didn't care about that distinction. You've been red, don't worry. Tension built faster than he expected, fed by every small detail his mind filled in without asking. The sound of water, the imagined closeness. I should just really... But I also want to read it on stream? Really? The way everything felt slightly too vivid to ignore. His hand moved before he could overthink it. I'm debating if I want to continue reading this. I do also feel like it's not as explicit as it could be. I do think that whoever this person was still respectful enough that it was explicit, but like respectfully explicit. Does that make sense? Whoever it was still respectful. I feel like it didn't really cross, I feel, any hard lines. I definitely think it is a line. I do think there is like a bit of a line that is crossed, right? But I feel like it's still slightly respectful. Ain't no way you're asking. I'm not. Do not send me a more explicit version. That's not me asking for a more explicit version, okay? Oh my god. Okay. Slightly respectful. Yeah, there's still like some respect, okay? A quiet, sharp inhale followed. I'm just gonna we're gonna start getting all steamy. His forehead pressing briefly against the cool tile as the contrast sent a shiver through him. He told himself he'd stop. Just a second, just enough to break the thought. He didn't. Instead, he leaned into it. Sounds like someone wants a spicier one. Don't do it. Letting the fantasy tighten around him, letting the heat and pressure and the idea of her blur together until it was hard to separate where one ended and the other began. Blicky's saying, I've been red, Juggy. Oh my gosh, it's so hot right now. His breathing grew uneven, each exhale heavier than the last, his grip tightening as the feeling built, slow at first and then all at once. By the time it hit, it was sudden, overwhelming in that way he didn't mean for it to happen. He stayed there for a second afterward, water still running over him. A small disbelieving laugh slipped out. Yeah, he muttered under his breath. This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Would you rather find out someone in your chat has a harmless crush on you but never says anything, or have them confess knowing it might make things awkward? I feel like both answers. Ending wasn't that juicy. The ending was definitely good. The ending was good enough. We didn't need anything juicier than that, David. Okay? Hey, I'm almost done dinner, by the way. Are we going to continue to get through 86 responses? I would definitely, actually, you know what? I would definitely prefer to not know. I don't need to know. I don't want to know. Okay? Don't want to know. I don't want to know. I think at this point, people are just trolling with the answers. I think at this point, people are just trolling with the answers. I'm going to get to the end and we're going to quickly go through them. I think there were originally 13 or 14. Yeah, there were like 13 or 14, but I'm pretty sure the answers are just getting out of hand and people are just doing stupid shit. Okay, next. I take it back. I don't want to know. I don't want it to make it awkward for anybody. I don't want you to feel awkward around me. I don't want to feel awkward around you, okay? Let's not ruin whatever good we have going on because you decided you want to try to shoot your shot. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Thank you. Just let's leave it at that. Okay. But, don't butt me, Benjamin. Okay. Be good friends. Exactly. Be good, be friends, be cool. Thank you, Fish. All right. Ooh, I'm in a unique situation for me, and I'm not entirely sure what to do about it. So this hot Dominican MILF slid into my DMs. She's not a completely random person, but I met her 2 years ago on New Year's Eve at a New York City bar. We exchanged numbers. Hey, Painkiller, how's it going? We exchanged numbers on IG and have been chatting for the past few weeks. Not really expecting anything, but now she's talking about flying me out to New York to meet up and stuff. She's kind of a lot older than me, but looks extremely good for her age. She also has 3 kids and one of them is older than me. Do you think I should just stop talking to her since I don't think a relationship with her is the best idea, or go along with it and lead her on because she is expecting a full relationship? Okay, you don't lead her on, okay? She's gonna lose the kidney. You know what, honestly, Painkiller, I've been having a good night. My day was decent, but the night has been going well. I hope you've been having a good night. When did you become Dominican? Can't you see? The Spanish side of me is coming out. The Dominicana part is coming out, David. Do it. Go to her. Cougar Cruise. Oh. Of course she's from New York. Okay, what do you guys think? Marry her? I mean, the fact that... Just hit it and quit it? Okay, but... I mean, I don't know how I feel about the idea of leading on a person. Okay, I definitely think we don't lead the person on, but has anything spicy kind of happened yet? Like, at all? Just tell them the truth? What's the truth? But what's the truth? David, at this point, what would be the truth? Who are you asking? What was my question? I thought that's an anonymous? I'm asking rhetorical questions, no? Especially if they're a MILF, just be straightforward and it'll work out well, I think, even if you just want to smash. And he just wants the cougar fantasy. I mean, if you just want the cougar fantasy, if you just want the fantasy, I mean, I guess. I didn't care about marrying a MILF when you're hot, when you're not that age, though. I mean, depends. Do you want to, you know, as the man, would you want to have kids, right? If you want to have kids and this guy's a MILF, I think it also depends on how old she is. Like, a MILF could be anything. A MILF could be somebody from her late 40s to, like, her 60s, no? But okay, but Silverstar, I think it's a little bit different because you are in that polyamorous like you are in that world, right? You're kind of sort of also in that world. Like, if you're not in that world, what are you gonna do? All right. General consensus is if you want to hit it, you hit it. And some people are saying be honest about expectations, and other people are saying just continue to lie to them. Okay. I can't even imagine trying to marry an 18-year-old and I'm 29 right now. Yeah, no, okay, but yeah, but 18-year-olds are also just not mature. You know what I mean? Marry, take the money when it failed, and marry and take the money when it happened, and then just run when things go bad. Okay. You guys are all no help. My ideal partner, please don't judge. I am not opening this link. I am not opening this link. Okay. I once peed in the sink instead of the toilet. I let the intrusive thoughts win that day. Would you rather pee in a toilet or a sink? What is wrong with you guys? Definitely, obviously, rather pee in a toilet. I will say, I did almost... We're supposed to help? I mean, yes and no. I'm not a bully. I don't bully nobody. There was a time that I almost peed. There was one time I almost peed in the toilet. I mean, sorry, in the trash bin because I almost peed in a trash bin because I was sleepwalking once. So that was definitely something. So yes. This is getting so uncomfortable. Okay. Sometimes I take Viagra when I have happy me time. I'm in my early 30s. Hi, Tofu. I'm in my early 30s and don't need it, but being at max potential makes me feel like more of a man, and that just makes the ending so much better. I don't know how to answer this. If you take something like male enhancement drugs, doesn't that last for a long period and then it just hurts because you're stuck? Because then you're just stuck like that for, you know, hours before it comes down? When you take male enhancement drugs, doesn't it just keep you up for a long period of time? Isn't it gonna hurt? Like, isn't it something that lasts for hours? You don't get stuck? Really? Really? Oh, I thought it was something that would make you get stuck. That was the confession. That's the tea. Viagra is 4 to 6 hours. It's still effective only when you're aroused. Okay. All right. Next. I hate you. That is all. You know what? Whoever is my biggest op, all I can say is we hate you back. Hey, Fumbles. He can take them gas station pills. I got work I remember I need to do. Okay, go, David. Okay, you don't need to have answers for it. I mean, I can just read it. I just want to read it. You bust it, he comes back down, and you get horny again, which are more, then you get hard again. Couldn't possibly be you, Cloud. Is it legal to sell Silver Star, or do you need to be like a doctor to sell, you know, male performing drugs? If you shove... All right, next. This is not gonna get, that's not gonna get read. All right. It hurts till this day that the guy I have a crush on from T-Con doesn't remember me taking care of him that night. He was drunk and our sweet romantic kiss that night. Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad for, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That sucks. That sucks. To be taking care of a guy who is so drunk that they don't remember you, that hurts. I'm sorry. OTC is OTC, blah, blah, blah. It's illegal to resell without a license. Okay. I got him from Mexico. They DGAF. Silver Star, I got you there. You got me there. What's it mean? I'm sorry. Okay, next. All right. Next. 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 Okay. So at this point, I have somebody who's trolling me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just blank out real quick. Yeah. I'm just going to turn this off really quickly and I'm just going to go take a look. And we're just going to go and see. How do I do this though? Okay. It's all the same message. Yeah, I know it's all the same message. But the fact that they have can you filter? I can't right now. I have to like read them right here. Okay, I don't want to call them out. I don't want to call them out, so I'm not going to call them out. But you know who you are. I find it funny because I like you, okay? We are cool. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, we are cool, but you stop it right now. If you've been drinking, you stop it right now. I know you hear me. Stop it. Okay. Tofu, I'm having a good night. How are you? Are you going to be working nights again? Yeah. I think we can kind of just move on at this point. Okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I kind of ruined the mood. Yeah? Oh my gosh, wait, Tofu, I love that. Okay, awesome. W, Tofu, I'm so glad. When are you gonna have to go back into work again? Okay, so unfortunately, that is the end of, okay, so that was everything that we had. Everything else is basically just troll at this point. And whoever it is ruined the mood. So whoever that was, okay, just ruined the mood for all of us. So that was actually the end of it. Okay, Blakey, you picked the perfect time to go lurk. Thank you so much. Okay. Yay, Tofu, I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Please introspect about your parasocialness with fries. So honestly, it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. You like tofu? I'm a big fan of tofu. Like tofu the food or tofu the person? Because I think the answer is yes to both. Ace. Okay, so that was kind of the end of that. So I'm gonna get a little bit closer. We can get back a little bit closer. Squad goals, how's it going? IDK a person named Tofu? Because I'm a yeller. Squad goals, what can I say? I'm a yeller. Okay. Tofu said he likes me better. That's lying. He's lying to you. He's lying to you to make you feel better about yourself, Cloud. Okay. What did I just read? What did we just read? Oh, Happy Time. Wait, Happy Time. I don't even know if I read yours, but because I could have, but we did unfortunately also get trolled. You weren't like this last time I was here? I did also change my mic settings though. It's also been a hot minute since you've been here. And yes, I am pointing at you. And yes, I know it's disrespectful, but you know what? I think I deserve it. Hey, Arrive, what did we just read and what did we just eat? We were reading some anonymous confessions. What message did the troll say? Unfortunately, we are not going to read any of the troll messages. I think that, you know, if we keep bringing attention to it, thanks, Silverstar. I think if we keep bringing attention to it, it's just going to make it worse. So, no, nobody gets to know. Don't Chinese women yell when they're older? No, that's Chinese men. Squad goals, thank you. What is that matte thing in your Chinese food? Oh, it's like, I actually don't know what it is, but usually sometimes what they'll do is they'll put a piece of like, they'll put a piece of, is it bamboo? Is it bamboo? I want to say bamboo, but I'm not 100% sure. But they'll put down a liner, and it's just like to add a little bit of aesthetic to the food. That's all. David, stop. David, stop. Okay, let me go get dessert. I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna get dessert. We actually finished at a really good time. All right. Wait, David, why have we been up for 30 hours? Okay, I have dessert. So, this is the last thing of our meal. I also got dessert. So, this is something called chenlo. And essentially what it is it's coconut milk. It's coconut milk, pandan, and coconut sugar. No more confessions. Not a happy time. We read all of the confessions. If you were somebody who's trolling, unfortunately, we are not going to read them. Nope, confessions are done. I read everything there was to read. Are we gaming? We're gonna game. We're gonna game, but we're also gonna go and play Plate Up after. So we're gonna play League, and then we're gonna go into Plate Up afterwards. Okay. I got a confession. You stink? Squad goals. I'm Asian. I can't stink. I don't have the gene to stink with. Thank you very much. It's a Steam game. Hi, Vega. I'm actually a closeted Filipino. Vega, I thought you were a Filipino who was out. Okay. Oh, okay, wait. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Nightly, I don't mean to call you out, Nightly, but I'm sorry. Nightly, I called you out earlier because I thought you were trolling me, but then I read the rest of your message, and I was like, no, then, hey, Vance, how's it going? Nightly, I'm so sorry. Does Fry still think I'm Asian? Honestly, Cloud, I do. Nightly said I'm bad AF. He said, F anonymous, this is Nightly, you're bad AF. Thank you, Nightly. I called him out because I thought he was the one trolling me, and I thought he was the one writing all of these troll messages. But it turns out it wasn't him, and now I have to terribly apologize and humbly apologize for thinking you were trolling me. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry.